What's up, guys? Today we're going to talk about crucial mindsets for attracting women like crazy. By owning these mindsets, along with, of course, having good pickup fundamentals, you basically become unstoppable with women, and you start to notice women becoming attracted to you without you really having to do anything. Because once you ingrain these mindsets, then your attractiveness no longer becomes a tactic or a routine. It's just who you are. And you'll stop worrying about what to say all the time, because normally the right words will just start to flow out naturally. And even if, once in a while they don't, you won't give a because you know deep down that you are an awesome guy. And you won't really have to worry about her shit test so much, because women won't test you nearly as much. Are you getting how huge this is? I'm literally talking about attracting beautiful women without having to do hardly anything. Just becoming a living embodiment of these crucial mindsets. I'm Matt Artisan from The Attractive Man, and today I'm going to share with you crucial mindsets that attract women like crazy. I'm Matt.
Has mastered the art of seduction.
Many boot camps encourage men to be assertive.
A woman wants to be turned on. We've done all the testing, and we know what works. If you already subscribed to this channel, then you know that a lot of the content we put out is tactical, like what to say to spark attraction, how to get the conversation started in different situations, or how to get girls to chase you. But none of that will work very well if you don't have the right mindset. Mindset is everything. Now, keep in mind that these mindsets take a little bit of time to train into your subconscious, but it's well worth the effort, because these beliefs are so foundational that adopting them will not only transform your entire dating life, but everything else that you do as a man as well. Alright, I'm super excited to share this content with you. By the way, the last mindset that I share is, in my opinion, the most crucial, so make sure to watch the entire video. Alright, without further ado, let's dive right in. Mindset number 7, everything will be fine. One of the most fundamental mindsets that guys that are good with women share is that no matter what happens socially, everything is gonna be fine. Yeah, they might slip up and say the wrong thing, or they might feel embarrassed or even rejected, but an attractive man sees those situations for what they really are, just temporary, inconveniences, or even better yet, learning lessons. With an everything will be fine type mentality, you come across more at ease and comfortable and calm in social situations, and when you're talking to women, they will also feel calm and comfortable in your presence. And when they feel calm and comfortable, they're more likely to open up to you. And I don't mean just open up conversationally. I also mean they're more inclined to open up their hearts, minds, and even their bodies to you. Mindset number 6, I don't have to prove myself to anyone. Let's get one thing straight. You don't have to prove yourself to anyone. You see, a lot of dating gurus out there say that you need to prove your high value to her, right? You need to demonstrate high value so she sees your worth. But that's just another form of neediness, right? Needing to prove yourself to her, how awesome you are, which actually just comes across as needy, low value, and unattractive. The truth is, there's no need to try to convince a woman of anything to make her feel attraction to you. Attraction is not a result of effort. It's a result of who you are. You are the only one that you need to prove yourself to. And having that type of mindset will help you focus on your own progress as a man instead of the opinions of others. Which, of course, in turn will attract more women to you over time. When you offer no explanations or apologies for who you are and your behavior, it shows a level of confidence that most men do not have. And women will take notice of that. In fact, when I approach interactions, I'm wondering how they'll prove themselves to me, which is really the exact opposite of the average guy who's thinking, like, how can he prove himself to her? How can he attract her and make her like him? I'm thinking, why should I like her? And when you do that, women take notice, and they actually become very eager to show you why you should choose them. And I'm going to talk a lot more about this concept a little bit later in this video, so make sure to keep watching. For now, just know that there's never really a good reason to try to convince a woman of your value, how much money you have, or trying to prove yourself in any way. Mindset number 5, what value can I give? As a dominant, confident male, you know that, your life is pretty damn good and you've got your shit handled. Therefore, when approaching interactions, you're not thinking, what can I get from it? What value can I take here? Rather, you're thinking, what can I give? Some examples of things that you can give are just a cool, fun vibe, or having great conversations, or having a non-judgmental attitude that allows people to fully express themselves. Just really anything that adds positivity to the interaction. When you do that, people will just gravitate to you. Now, inevitably, there will be a guy who doesn't understand this concept and misuses it, thinking that what I'm talking about is really trading value, that if he gives value to somebody, that they should return it somehow. That's not the same thing. Trading is very different than giving. Giving is unconditional. It has no strings attached. So if you think you're giving, yet nobody's gravitating towards you, then most likely, somewhere in the back of your mind, you're expecting something in return. In other words, what you really want isn't to give, it's to trade, which is not going to attract people in the same way. I see guys run into this problem often when it comes to buying girls drinks and giving girls compliments. Those things aren't inherently bad game, but if you're doing them as a tactic to control, manipulate, or get something back, girls will easily see through it. They might accept the free drink or feed off the validation of the compliment, but in that exchange, they'll lose respect for you and ultimately lose their attraction for you. As a mission, I want you to go out one night with the sole intention of giving value. Not monetary value, of course, but emotional value. Making people feel good without expecting anything in return. This applies to both girls and guys. So go out and do things like give genuine compliments, ask people their names and remember their names, and then use it throughout the interaction because people love hearing the sound of their own name. You can also make people laugh and just have a good energy about you. Be having a good time. You can also lead people on experiences. For example, if you see a girl at a bar, you can suggest playing a game. Play pool, billiards, or darts. Or you can play a verbal game like fuck, marry, kill. I'm gonna pick 3 guys. One of them you have to fuck, one of them you have to marry, one of them you have to kill. Or a physical game like thumb wrestling or slap hands. Oh, hey, by the way, if you're not already subscribed, click that subscribe button because I have a lot of awesome videos coming out. Mindset number 4. Each interaction is an investment in myself. When going out and meeting women, your main focus should be the investment that you're making in yourself. The fact that you're improving your social skills, overcoming fears and approach anxiety. You're building up your social circle. This mindset shift takes the emphasis off of getting any one specific result in an interaction and instead focuses more on a long-term perspective. So instead of thinking like, oh, did I say the right thing there? Or whether a particular girl likes you, instead you're focusing more on, are you approaching more confidently and consistently? Are you contributing to the overall vibe of the interaction and just having a good time with it? Do I feel the way I want in every interaction, and am I getting the results that I want? Viewing each interaction as an investment in yourself lets you focus on what's directly in your control, and your market value as a man will continually increase year after year as a result. Having girls pursue you for sex and relationships will come as just kind of a natural byproduct of this. Mindset number 3, I say whatever the f I want. Okay, look, when guys start coaching with us, one of the biggest problems that they have is not knowing what to say and keeping the conversation going. They meet a girl at the bar, and after the introduction, they just get stuck. But here's the problem. When you're talking to someone, you have thoughts and opinions that come up. The problem is that when most guys are talking to a hot girl, they filter those thoughts and opinions, thinking that either they're not good enough, they're not interesting enough, or that they might offend the girl. And then what ends up happening is an awkward silence. Listen, man, you have plenty of thoughts. You just need to stop giving a f about what everybody else thinks and just say anything that's on your mind. Anything?
Eat the pudding, 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 eat the pudding.
Yes, at first, you're probably gonna say some stupid shit, but that's okay. Because 1, it's not gonna really matter in the long run anyway, and number 2, you'll get more comfortable just saying whatever's on your mind and owning it. Over time, you'll feel more confident and happy with yourself, and women will love you just for being you. So many people go through life as timid little sheep, so afraid of what other people think about them and, getting judged by them and what they have to say, that when you speak your mind and just say whatever you want and own it, you will be a breath of fresh air to everybody around you. So do this, man. Go out one night with just one focus. Focus on just saying whatever comes to your mind. Mindset number 2. There's nothing that I need from anyone. You really don't need much, man. Maybe water, shelter, food, your basic needs. That's really it as far as what you actually need. And you can provide all those things for yourself. Even if you live at home and somebody else takes care of you, or you take care of your family, if it really came down to it and your life depended on you providing those basic needs, you'd figure out a way to do it. An attractive man knows that wanting something and needing something are two very different things. He may want a beautiful woman, but he never needs a woman. No matter how much you may want a girl, knowing the fact that you don't need her will actually help you keep things in perspective, allowing you to communicate your true self with uncompromising confidence, something that is extremely attractive to women. I call it the willingness to walk away if necessary. By the way, before I get into the number 1 mindset, if you know that you have some limitations or limiting beliefs when it comes to mindset, and your inner game is holding you back with women and maybe life in general, then make sure to check out our 7-day boot camps, because they're all about transformation. Not just the outer game of what to say and what to do in different situations and escalating, but also the inner game, your belief system. We change you from the inside out. So make sure to check out the link down in the description to schedule a free consultation and check out our bootcamp schedule. Mindset number 1. Let me see if she's worth my time. Remember earlier when I talked about not having to prove yourself to women? Well, guys that really crush it with women take that a step further. They know their worth, and they know that most people just aren't worth their time. I don't mean that in a judgmental, egotistical kind of way. It's just that life is short and time is valuable, and you, just as much as anybody else, should fill that time with people that live up to your standards. Coming into interactions with this type of mindset sets up a screening frame where you're screening her to see if she's worthy of your time. Think about how much of a reversal that is from the normal, traditional dating and courting frame, where you're supposed to contribute all sorts of value, money, and time trying to impress her and win her over. That's just too much work, and it doesn't even work. So instead, flip tradition on its head and get her to impress you and prove why she's worthy of your time. When you do this, not only will you get a lot better results, but you're actually doing her a favor, because it's human nature for people to put more importance and value on those that they have to work to win over. And it's literally every girl's secret fantasy to win over and, seduce a guy that's slightly out of her league. Believe it or not, women don't want guys who just throw themselves at them too freely and shower them with gifts and give them everything they want and are in love with them instantly. They want a guy that they have to work for. Listen, man, if you have any other mindsets that I didn't mention that work really well, then feel free to leave it down in the comment section. And make sure if you like this video, click the thumbs up. I appreciate that. And if you're not already subscribed, click the subscribe button, because I'm coming out with some more awesome videos. So make sure to click subscribe and click that bell icon so we can notify you of upcoming videos. And if you're interested in live training where we take you out into the field and show you how to meet and attract women, either one-on-one or through a 3-day boot camp, group boot camp, or a 7-day transformational boot camp, then make sure to click the link in the description to get a free consultation and check out our boot camp schedule. Now, take a look at this video where I show you exactly how to create sexual tension within seconds of meeting a girl. This is really important so that you don't end up in the friend zone by, creating a friendly platonic vibe. Instead, as soon as you meet her, you'll be able to create a more sexual, seductive, I want to rip your clothes off vibe. So check out that video right now. There's a link to the right of this screen. Thanks again for watching. My name is Matt Artisan, and I'll see you in the next video.